Come on,
You will
Stephanie.
make it
Yes.
happen. And when you know it's true, you just know.
Yeah.
And so how I met my husband, it was a baby shower.
Wow.
And it was during COVID, so nobody was gonna come
Right.
because it was COVID.
Wow.
And so I remember the lady had hit me up and she was like, "Hey, no one is coming. If you could come and even bring a friend, right?"
Oh.
And then I brought one of my besties, Brenda. I said, "Girl, what you doing?"
Right. You coming to this
So
baby
you
shower?
want to come to this baby shower or what? And so we both go to the baby shower, and he was the only one that came from the guy's side.
Oh my goodness.
And I remember the moment he opened his mouth, Brenda looked at me and she was like, "Oh, that's it. It's a wrap."
What was he?
He just it was like his language just. And one of the things that he said, so literally the day before, I was talking with Brenda and we were talking about, I was just sharing about my frustration in dating.
Yeah.
And it was literally this guy who I was talking to, and he told me, he was like, "I'm intimidated by you." And I'm like, "How? I'm a kid." How are you intimidated by me? And so we were just talking about that. So then there was a part because it was a baby shower on the boat. So I'm sitting on this side of the boat and he comes and he says, "Do men tell you, do people normally tell you they're intimidated by you?" I was like, I said, "Oh, yes, child." He said, "Oh, so you've been talking to boys." I said, I said, "How else can I clap?" A poet.
Yes, boys.
In my mind, I said, I could just, it was a wrap. At that moment, it was a wrap.
You're like, yes.
I'm done.
I do.
I'm done.
I do.
I'm undone.
I love it. Oh my goodness.
But it was just like who he is was literally like God packaged him for me.
Yeah.
That's I can't. And it was so interesting because I remember years prior, I'll be praying. I'm like, "God, when is my husband coming?" He didn't even talk to me about that. The Lord literally told me, He said, "You're gonna be a mother at 32."
Wow.
And I'm like, I'm asking you about my husband, not when I'm gonna be a mom. And this was in my 20s.
Wow.
So mid-20s, the Lord is saying I'm going to be a mom at 32. I'm like, that's some years, Lord. Like, so then in my mind, I'm like, well, if I'm going to be a mom at 32, I have to be married before.
Yeah.
You know? But literally, I became a mom at 32.
Wow.
And I remember when the Lord told me that, I told my mom, I was like, "Mom, I don't know when I'm going to get married, but this is what God told me, that by 32, I'll be a mom." So that union is so symbolic to the family we're supposed to raise. So God has already gone ahead of me. He's like, "I've already taken care of your marriage. And I'm now talking to you about your children," right?
Wow.
And so when you trust your Heavenly Father to present you and to open the eyes of the one who is for you, that He will present you in such a way that you will be seen by the right one.
Yes.
And why that is important is we have to be okay with rejection. Because rejection is literally God saying, "I'm not opening the eyes of the wrong people.
Yes.
I'm not going to let the wrong person see you." And so when a person that you like, that it just doesn't work out, that's God shutting the eyes of the wrong ones.
Yes.
That if you're a counterfeit, I am going to shut your eyes that even though this person is, a catch of the catch, you're not going to see it.
Yeah.
You're going to see the things that you're like, "I don't think I can do it." You're going to see that the fact that, "Oh, she's a pastor, I'm intimidated by that. Oh, she's doing this, I'm intimidated by that."
Yes.
But when it's the right one, God says, "I will open their eyes. They will see you, they will know you, and they will recognize you as, oh, you belong to me. You're mine. Like, we belong together."
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.